Bonsoir, Bon Jovi! All the bombs out of the way, first of all. Thank you for all coming to the first inaugural Lowdown Comedy Show, literally putting the underground back into Montreal underground comedy. Welcome, like it's the first show, as Chris said. He did like a whole, I said go on and introduce me, fucking 5 minutes later doing all my bit. Telling about how all great acts we've seen tonight. Yeah, I want to just address the fact we are in my basement. Yes, I know it's like we've got walls here, and there's like wires and pipes and shit all out of the way, but don't worry about your meagre surroundings because we have the script and saved on the comedians tonight. You're in for a treat. Like I saw most of these guys perform last night and they're all so much on form. And all you Frenchies in the audience aren't going to have to listen to me all night, so that's all good. But yeah, don't worry too much about the kind of surroundings, because I want it to go like Eminem, like old. Have you ever seen 8 Mile? Yeah. Have you seen that film 8 Mile? You know how Eminem goes on at the end, just to kind of, he realises the only thing he can do to make sure no one else makes jokes about his shit is to make jokes about his own shit. So yeah, we've got some bare walls. Yeah, we'd go with the kind of going down in a fat chick mantra by not looking up. We've got like, just don't regard all this crap around about you. I mean, we've got the heroin mattress in the back there in case anyone wants to crash. It's not because we induced any kind of heroin overdoses, just in case like anybody wants to rather curl up and die than hear a new Charlie Sheen joke. Good luck, Morgan. But no, thank you all for coming out. But I also want to give, it's not my basement per se. It's a basement for all my flatmates, of all my flatmates, to allow us to do this gig. So I want to give them a round of applause for allowing me to do this. So thank you all guys. The other thing is that we're using this light tonight. Anyone who came to see the other show, which is my roast show, we were using this light. Which is just, we're using this light, which is great. I mean, it's like right in your face. It like buzzes a little bit so you can't like hear people talking. The only good thing, is you can just do this and I can just pretend like this is my whole show. I'm just going to do the whole gig like this. And you can just watch my hand move as the words come out. And I can pretend to eat this big deer like this. And then later on, like after the show, I'm going to act out the entire like film of Trainspotting just like this. Just with this guy. This girl's being glassed and they cunts leave until we find out what cunt did it. And I can say if you guys want to stick around for that. Trainspotting was a great achievement for Scottish filmmaking. We were so hopeful it was going to win the Oscar for Best Foreign Language Film. Well, like, but I do live here with 4 other people, like as I listed before, and then you all give a nice round of applause for. Living in a big place with 5 people has its kind of upsides. There's always someone here. But the other thing is we buy a lot of things in bulk, man. We go to Costco with a fucking trailer and empty that shit out and bring it home. Like we come home with the big mayonnaise that comes in the plastic kind of jar. You feel like you're using special mayonnaise because no one trusts you with glass. And then we buy like 7 massive fucking tubes of toothpaste. Anyone who wants to know what a box of 84 tampons looks like, we're going to fucking have fun when you go to the toilet tonight, I'll tell you. And then the other thing is that we buy like the toilet roll that's like fucking 70 million. Anyone who's been to the toilet already will have seen this big kind of like wall of China of toilet roll that we've got going on. And it gets to the point we have so much toilet roll that we begin to use it for things that aren't just wiping your arse. You know, like you'll have a toilet roll in the kitchen as well in case there's spillages, and you'll use it to kind of wipe up the spillages. But then you're also going to have one in the living room as well in case there's spillages in the living room. And eventually it kind of comes to like if you invite people around for dinner, instead of napkins we just have a toilet roll kind of there. They can help themselves. Later on, we'll literally be passing out toilet roll to you guys later on. It's like passing out a really cheap round. Just some toilet roll, we got some toilet roll. I guess to the point that we actually want to show off how much toilet roll we actually have. So when we get people over to stay, we kind of like encourage them to masturbate, you know. Here's your pillow, you know, and your duvet. Have a good night's sleep. If you get some in there, just put some toilet roll there. Have some fun. They all go out for Halloween all dressed as mummies and shit, just loads of fucking toilet roll. I think that's all the material I can get out of toilet roll, that's good. But the other reason I wanted to celebrate being here was like this night is I've been here for an entire year now, and it's great being in Canada for an entire year. I just want to tell you what happened to me the first time I came to Canada, which was in October 2009. Mary Michelle might want to leave because you know where this story's going. I landed in the airport in Canada, and I was wearing my kilt, as a good true Scotsman should. The first time I was going to meet my girlfriend, now wife's mum, the first time I was going to meet them, I thought I'd wear my kilt, you know, kind of show off and stuff. And, like, but I just have to tell this, I had 2 bags with me at the time. 2 bags. One bag was my bag, which I had packed myself diligently. The other bag was my girlfriend, now wife's bag, that I was bringing back to her from the UK because she had like Air Transat shit baggage allowance. I was like flying high with Air Canada. Yeah, I can get like 3 men in a fucking coach on my baggage allowance. But I didn't check the bag when I took it. I didn't look inside my... This is a true story. I didn't look inside Mary Michelle's bag to see what was in it. But I've never been stopped at an airport before. Like, I've never been stopped and had my bags checked, because let's face it, I'm white, and that's all fine. But the guys, obviously, they have to have, like, a certain quantity of races that they stop, so they don't be looking as being profiling. And there's one way to stand out in a crowd of white guys to wear a fucking skirt in an airport, I have to say. So they took me into the back room, and I'm standing at the end of a long line of, like, it was a United Colour of Benetton advert of people, and I'm in the back. And I get to the front, and I put my bag on first. Big fucking guy, like, was looking through the bags. I put my bag on first. I'm quite confident, you know, like, you know, there's nothing in there, nothing important. Puts it to one side. Then he pushed the wife's bag on. And it's at this point I realised I have no idea what's packed in this bag. You know when you check in your bags, you pack it yourself? You always say yes, you don't want to cause any trouble, but I have no idea what's in this bag. Literally no fucking clue what's in this bag. And it's one of those old suitcases, well, like a really kind of old square one that you kind of have to do that all round. So he unzips it like this. And he opens the top away from him and towards me, so I still can't see what's inside. I'm just like, oh, don't be drugs. Just don't be drugs, or like meat's quite bad as well. Don't be drugs or meat, just because it's not drugs or meat. Or fruit, you can't take fruit. Don't be drugs, meat or fruit. Anything apart from those three, I'm going to be fine. And he gives me a look and he puts the hand inside the bag. Oh, I'm going to jail, I'm going to Canadian jail, fuck. He puts the hand in, it's like American jail but more polite. They say please, please before they fuck you in the ass. He puts his hand in and he takes out another metal container, another square metal container. So basically he opens this one up away from him towards me. So again I still can't see what's inside. It's like fucking Russian dolls of things that I cannot see what is contained within. And he opens it up away from him and towards me, and I'm like, oh fuck, I'm just in my head, it's like a baby's carcass wrapped in meat, smoking weed with a banana up its ass. You know, that's how bad. I'm just going to jail for all this kind of shit. And he looks down, and he looks at me, and he looks down, and he looks at me, and he puts his hand in and pulls out my wife's non-sizable vibrator. And gives me a look like this. Did you pack this yourself? And he gives me a look like this. Didn't know what to do, gave him the exact same look back. I could not have gotten out of the airport faster if I had fucking diplomatic immunity. That's how quickly I was ushered to the fucking gate where I met my loving wife and her mum with her vibrator still on my neck. It's not true. Are you alright?